Can a rugby league player make it in the AFL? He has got $4 to $6 million saying that he can, Cage. Israel Folau signed with the Greater Western Sydney. Good move, bad move?
Well, it's interesting, General. It's caused an enormous sort of storm, if you like, among the AFL players. Fev come out and saying, Folau saying it's a slap in the face. Is he worth $6 million? Look, it's a huge punt. Excuse the pun, but it is a huge punt. The bloke hasn't played Australian rules football. He hasn't kicked the ball. Look.
Well, he can punt.
Look, it is a huge gamble. There's no doubt about that, and I just think $6 million over 4 years is far too much. Like, what if he's a flop?
Well, I don't reckon he's going to be, Cage. We spoke with Bradley Clyde yesterday. Yep. He's an absolute superstar of rugby league. Finished his career, went back and played footy in Canberra. Of course, standard not as high, but he said he didn't have too many problems. Tackling wasn't a problem, so I reckon he might be able to pick up the skills. I'm more interested in this one, though, Cage. They've now said they won't select him for the Queensland team for State of Origin. That's foolish or not? The reason I ask that is because let's just say in 3 or 4 years' time it doesn't work out with the AFL. Instead of going back to rugby league, you say, well, you blokes cast me aside, I'll go back and play rugby union. And don't you want to see the best players that rugby have got playing right now in the State of Origin?
You do, but they're obviously very angry because the AFL are making inroads to their code. They're not happy about that. They're not happy about Folau going over. So, look, to a degree, I can see their point. You might be cutting off your nose to spite your face. Who knows? Look. This is a real concern, I reckon. $6 million.
Well, there'll be some argument about whether it's $6 million, but $4 million. Well, Ablett's now worth $2 million a year.
No, but what's he getting now?
Well, there were reports where $1.5 million from the Gold Coast.
No, but now though.
Oh,
he would be earning probably more than Ablett.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, no question. I see your point. I know where you're coming from.
It's a great PR exercise.
That's my point, Cage. If you sign Gary Ablett to the Greater Western Sydney, would he draw as much attention as signing Israel Folau?
No, probably not. He wouldn't because.
So it's a better signature for what they need right now.
But is it right though? Is it right that a guy walks into the AFL scene, hasn't played football ever before, gets more than the greatest player who's worked his butt off for X amount of years? Gets more than the best player in the AFL scene?
From a pure football point of view, absolutely not. But from the broader picture, it probably is.
And what pressure is that now going to put back on the clubs that players are going to say, I want more, I want a bigger slice of the cake, thank you very much.
Plenty.
And you can't blame them.
Well,
I just think it's a great PR exercise. He'll create a great deal of interest, but I just think it's a bit of a worry.
All right, well,
a bit of a worry.
Greater Western Sydney, anything else there that's worrying you?
Yeah, well, it's interesting, isn't it? I read some comments by Michelangelo Rucci that he was talking about Kevin Sheedy and the Greater Western Sydney side. He said his impending right-hand man, Mark Williams. So is there a message here that Choco's going to join Sydney?
Oh, why wouldn't he? 2 years' time, his contract's gone. Cage, now, if you look at it and you say, be another great coup for Greater Western Sydney. Now, you know I'm a Choco fan, but saying that, he was with the Brisbane Lions. Well, they were the Bears when he joined them, of course, when they first started up. Franchise first starting up. He was with the Power when they came in and first started up. So he has the experience of what it's like to be a first time. Got a premiership. He's been in finals. He's worked under Sheedy before. You could see Sheedy coaching for 1 year.
Would be a great coup.
4 or 5 years at Greater Western Sydney. Not bad, Cage.
Wouldn't be surprised if it unfolds there, but it would be a great coup for Kevin Sheedy. That is for sure.